Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'm here. All right, all right. So, hello everyone. Today is January the 9th, 2025. Today, sorry, 2025, 2025. It's 7 o'clock. And it is supposed that today we have our first number one, our first It's Time to Talk for 2025. I hope you had good time. You spent good time with your families, with your beloved ones, that you could get all the gifts and presents that you wanted for this holiday. And it is important that we keep like our spirits up for the year that just started. And yeah, here we are. Today, what we are going to do, or what we're going to have, is like a whole presentation talking about some comments that I wrote on your feedback for the speaking activity, for the speaking task. I would like to explain a little about this while some other people join us. After that, we are going to have something that is called relative clauses, and I'm gonna tell you why this is important for English and so on. Okay. So while people join us, I'm going to start telling you that uh the, this is like an example. Sorry, this is like an example of the feedback that you are that you are able to see in the speaking section. So for you to understand a little, let me contextualize you, and let me tell you why these comments are like this. Okay. First of all, keep in mind that we don't lose anything. Okay, every time we learn, every time we practice, every time we do an activity, we are learning. We are like getting something, right? It is the chance to open ourselves, to be a little more confident, to show that we learn, to show that we know. So, in general, I don't like to use the word fail, because it's not that you fail, is that maybe the exercise was not fully completed, the task, but it doesn't mean that you are not learning, because every time you do something, every time you try something new, it is showing you that you can be better, you can improve, and nobody is perfect, well, except if you are like um oh god, I forgot the word. um if you are a oh my god, I don't remember, I cannot recall it. The thing is that if you are like a genius, but that's not the word, that's maybe the only case in which you are like perfect, right? A prodigy, a prodigy. But here we all know, even myself, I know that I make mistakes. I know that sometimes I get completely confused with the words, with things, with the rhythm, coherence. Sometimes I don't use connectors. Like, you know, we have we have those moments in which we don't control what we are saying, because maybe we get overexcited about something, or maybe because we are too nervous, maybe because we are controlled by our emotions. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, that although you think that you fail, you didn't fail. Okay, you have the opportunity or the chance to improve and to get more. Okay, so this is just an example. Okay, so for you maybe it's different. Maybe you have some questions. So anytime you have some questions you want to ask me why, you can send me an email. You can send me a message through Teams, or on Gmail, or straight in the platform. There I can tell you why you have these kind of comments. Okay, so first of all, I divided into two sections for you to understand. So the first one that you see on screen is the positive thing. Okay, is the thing that you say, okay, that's good. Uh, it means that I accomplish the task according to these comments, the first ones. So let's go one by one, and I'm gonna tell you why the comment is like that. Okay. So first, remember that a speaking activity takes into account several components. Okay, it is not only blah 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 blah. Um, if you had the time to read the description of the task over there, you have something that is like some particular aspects that the teacher has to check in order to evaluate your exercise, in this case your video. So we take into account 5 components. Okay, so quickly, the first one is talking about the task itself. We have to understand. So that is the first thing that we have to keep in mind. We have to understand. Mm, in general, just let me tell you this. I understand you have a lot of things to do. I understand that this is a busy world, a mad world in which we are running, we are rushing, we have to do everything like split of a second, and we have to do things. That's all. That's life, basically. Um, so my recommendation, my suggestion is this. First of all, understand. Okay? Again, I repeat myself again. Understand. Okay? Why is it important to understand? Because if we don't know what we have to do, we do just whatever. Maybe a classmate, maybe a friend, maybe a translator, just tell us, record a video. That's all. Include your opinion. Do whatever. You understand what I mean? In general, we think that it's just doing something. It's just producing something. When you speak in English, my suggestion is that first you understand what you gotta do. If you can, if you have the time, because I told you we are rushing most of the time, write down what you understood. Write down. So number 1, a video. Number 2, 3 topics. Number 3, one of the 3 topics. Number 4, introduction, well, the structure of the task. Okay, so time limit 5 minutes. Okay, when you do this, you are showing yourself that you understand what you're reading and what you have to do. Okay, so first read thoroughly and understand the task. So basically, why am I telling you this? Because I've checked most of the videos. I think I finished. I'm done. Just like few videos are still somewhere in between email, Teams, links, YouTube. They are completely lost. But the thing is that, well, they're there. I know that they are there. I have your videos. Don't freak out because you say, oh my God, he doesn't have my video. Well, actually, I am sending some messages for people uh, whose videos are like in one of the many places, or the many ways we can deliver information. So I'm trying to send them messages like, hey, where is your video, where is the link? Or sometimes I don't know, just an example for you. One of the suggestions or the instructions in the document, the PDF, it says, check that your video works. Check. So maybe for you, it's working. Maybe I open the video and, yep, okay, it's gone. It's done. Let's do it. Let's go. And when another person is trying to open your video, maybe it says forbidden, it doesn't exist, you are not allowed to watch this video. So what to do? Ask someone to watch your video. Maybe a relative, your wife, your husband, your children, because you know, young people are really good for tech. Um, just ask someone. It's just a matter of a second. Just tell them like, hey, open this video in your phone. And you just click on the link and yeah, it's working. Period. Okay. It means that you have the green light to send the information, to send the activity. So that is another one. You see, that means understanding the task. Because if in the task, in the description, they say check, check, it means that you have to ask someone to do it for you. Because I can, for example, here I am talking on a screen, microphone, video, and so on. Maybe some students down there, they cannot listen to me. So maybe I can check like, hey, Julian, can you listen to me?
Yes, I can.
Thank you very much. That's all, you see? So in this case, I am checking with another person, and it was just less than a second, a fraction. Okay. So he is confirming that what I'm doing is working. Okay. So that is another thing. Check. Okay. Once you understand, you check. Okay. Now, time limit. Think about this. There are many people around doing exercises. Okay, I know it's very complicated. Family, Christmas, Happy New Year, wise men, festivities. You have to visit relatives, go from one city to another, travel, holiday. Everything is all together, right? It's like cram nap. It's like, oh my God, I have a lot of things on my plate and I don't have the time to do it. And English is not my priority. You see, I understand. It is not that, oh my God, I'm hurt. No, that's not the point. The point is that you have to set the priorities. Maybe English is the last one. It's okay, no problem. But just one recommendation. Although one thing is so small in your priority list, uh, try try your best. Okay, try your best. What am I telling you here? That even if it is something small, because it's easy, uh, try your best. I'm gonna show you what I'm trying to tell you. So the time limit. For some people, 5 minutes, it's a long time. It's like, why am I gonna say in 5 minutes? Right? I witnessed, trust me, I witnessed 20-minute video, 7-minute video, 9-minute video, 14-minute video. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that we didn't even understand the time limit. So it means that or you had a lot to say or you didn't plan. Okay? That is the second important thing. Plan. You have to plan what you are going to do. Because in general, I told you before, we do things. We just do. It's like, oh my God, I have to do this quickly, run, quickly. Okay, calm down, plan. Maybe you say, ah, this is just a piece of cake. Why? Because today is very easy. And you say like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Because today we have technology and technology should play in our favor. You should use technology for your, to make things easier. I suggested some people use AI. But the thing is that we have to learn how to use it. It's not just give me an opinion, pros and cons about this topic quickly. And then you start reading blah, 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 blah. No, you have to control the AI because in some cases, AI gave you a very complex speech. It was very complicated. I could notice when you try to read and you couldn't. It was like, more use, seven, grammar, constructions, report. And it was very complicated for you. Why? Because the AI is not understanding what you have to do. So after the first prompt, give me 3 good things and 3 bad things about prostitution, sexual work, violent video games, or owning a gun. Then after the first step is gonna give you something very long. So what do you have to do? You have to go like make it intermediate level, like B1 plus or B2. And then the AI is gonna change it, is gonna modify for you. After that, you are gonna say, try to make it fit in 3 minutes. So then the AI is gonna modify for you. You see, that is what I'm telling you. That is easy because the AI is gonna do it all. If we didn't have the chance to use technology, we have to get a piece of paper and then we have to write down number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and go to a dictionary and check words and then go to a translator. And it's going to be very complicated. With the AI, you have it all. I can show you in a moment. But it's because we don't know. And it is important that we learn how to use technology in our favor. Okay. Now, after we plan, we have to practice. Okay, I have no time. Let me tell you something. The activity name is speaking. You were reading aloud. And the thing is not that. The thing is not reading because when you have to face a real situation in real life, you don't have a script. So you have to use the things that you have here, the things that you practice, the things that you learn. But if you have it on paper or screen, it's going to be really tricky. Now, why am I talking about the time? Because sometimes the shorter, the better. If you are brief, maybe it's perfect. Why? Because it's very easy. Argument number 1. Um, sorry. Violent video games can stimulate movement. It can help developing some physical activity, maybe. Part number 2, you see, it's like giving an argument and quickly explain it. It's short. Some videos were 1 minute long, 1 minute. And I say like, how? How could you fit uh like a 5 minute limit in 1 minute? I don't get it. It was like, my God, it's so short. Maybe you were rushing. Maybe you were like, okay, argument number 1, I think that video games are very good for children. Number 2, people get violent. That's the thing, you see? So it's like I have to rush because I have to do this. I have to get rid of this. Pay attention to that, okay? But again, I'm telling you, I know that this is not a priority because you have other important things. But the idea is that try to give it some time. Relax, pause, sit down, plan, and do it. Now, you say like, oh my God, my pronunciation is really bad. It's terrible. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's check some of the comments, okay? Pay attention. Nicely done. You made very few grammatical errors. Why? Because basically it was done by the AI. So what you're reading is perfectly written. Don't worry about it. So maybe you say like, oh my God, the verb is incorrect. Maybe there is a misunderstanding between subject and verb. Maybe the tense, maybe, I don't know, certain grammar rules. So because we use AI, pay attention to this, because we use AI, uh, it's giving us a correct structure to read. So very easy. Then I could see like some of the constructions that you were using, and I was really, really amazed. You were amazing. Where some of you had reported speech, relative clauses, which is the topic today. My God, that's really good. Passive voice, tag questions or text tenses. You were using like present, past, perfect, future, and modals. Very good, which is awesome. For most of you, I tried to check all those constructions and I wrote down the comments. Next one. This one is really important. Pay attention because right now we are like halfway in the level of English because it's B1 plus. So next one is gonna be B2 and next one is gonna be C1. You see, so you are like halfway. When I use like some of your sentences, half of your sentences, couple of your sentences, few of your sentences, it means that when you are speaking, I can tell that most of your speech is very complex. It's really like advanced. Well, let's call it intermediate, right? It's not beginner because now you're using very long sentences. It's not only like, I think is good, period. No, you say like, I think playing violin video games is good for children or for youngsters because blah, blah, blah. You see, so now you have like a more uh, uh, not yeah a more a better build no a better built structure, you see, because you use now the verse connectors and many other things. You have a large active vocabulary and use more high level words. Same situation because the topics are really difficult and you need to know like a different kind of vocabulary here because it's not the same talking about legalizing guns, talking about sexual work, or talking about video games and the concern of parents when they play video games. It's different if we talk about what I do every day. You see, the vocabulary is different. And maybe when you get to C1, C2, you're gonna see that it's a little harder. You have to learn and know more difficult words and structures. Mm, this one, the last one, is really important. Linking words, they give you cohesion and coherence. Sometimes we think that we don't have to connect our sentences, and that is one of the most important things. Remember that in the task, you had a structure. So that's the first thing that I always tell my students. What's number one? To begin with, first of all, you see. Then, secondly, the next point, then finally, as a conclusion, in a nutshell, you see. So these kinds of connections are good because they are showing that you have a more structured English level. There are some examples over there that I could quickly write down. Now, this is what I wanted to tell you. And this is the third part. Things to improve. Okay. Now, maybe you listen to me and you say, like, I didn't do this. It's wrong. But let me explain you. Okay. Give me some space. Your speaking rate and pausing are below native level. What is the meaning of this? We don't want to push you to speak level like, but we want you to improve because most of you were reading. That is the first step. Learn how to read. Remember that we have punctuation. For example, let me read here. Use synonyms. Right, argument, press. You see that click? It's like pause and breathe. We don't need to rush. We don't need to run. It is important that you understand that speaking rate is not running. Pausing is very important in any language. Think about Spanish. How do you feel, or any other language? How do you feel when you listen to a person who speaks really fast and you don't understand? You are like, what are you talking about? Please repeat. Slow down. Calm down. So that is one thing that is important for most of you, not everybody, most of you. What? To take your time. Relax. If you are going to read, set the speed slowly, because sometimes you set like a normal pace, normal reading, and it's rhythm, and it's going to be really complicated. Okay. That's number one, that you just take some time, take a break, relax, breathe, and start or keep on. Okay. It doesn't mean that you have to be native. No, because that's not the point here, but you have to improve that one. Another one, most of the words, and this is very important, please learn word forms. For example, we have some words like right, argument, press, war, arm. Repeat and repeat over and over and over. What is the meaning of this? The suggestion is to learn synonyms or other words that are similar but are not the same. Okay? That is very important. Maybe over here we're talking about a 7-minute long video, or maybe we are just talking about a very short video that it was sometimes complicated to check the ability that you have for using more words, not the same ones all the time, repeating over and over and over again. Last one, add various linking words. Here again, connect, connect. The more, the better. When you connect, when your speech is like well structured, it's showing you that you plan. Okay, so basically here, what I'm trying to tell you is that the things to improve is not that it's wrong or that you fail. No, these comments are for you to improve, is over there, to get better. So now that you have a first moment, a first time doing this activity, next time you have to do it, read slowly, take your time, plan, and you're gonna see the difference. Now, why do I give you the phonetics? Because you say, oh my God, this is so difficult. The phonetics are really important, are probably the most important thing when we are talking about speaking, because sometimes we don't know how to say words. Sometimes we listen and we think is what we heard, but sometimes our listening is really bad, is really poor. So it is important that we also see what we are gonna say. So when you go and check the feedback and you don't understand some of the comments, just let me know. Just tell me, I don't get it, I don't understand. Please explain this to me. What am I supposed to do? But that is another important thing. Now that we know that we can use AI, you can copy copy the things to improve one by one and ask AI how to improve, how to be better. And they are going to give you many exercises and many things. That is autonomy. That is myself. I control my learning process. You don't need, listen to me. You don't need a person to guide you in the process. You don't need a person. You need a person to practice with, maybe, but you yourself, if you learn how to do it, is going to be really easy because it's your time. You don't have to wait for me or for another teacher or another tutor to come on, oh, let me help you. No, 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 no. You don't need it. You can do it any free time you have, let's say 5 minutes. Hey, ChatGPT. Hey, Monica. Hey, Gemini. How can I improve? Give me synonyms for right, argument, press, war, arm, quickly. And it's gonna give you a long list. So you just go to the pronunciation. No, no, no. Okay, got it, got it. Arm, weapon, war, conflict, press. I don't know if over here it was the noun or the verb, because sometimes it was pretty hard to understand. It was really hard. I have some videos in which the volume was off, was really low, or it was over, it was too loud. So sometimes I had some difficulties. So I'm so sorry for that, but I try my best. And yep. So basically that's it. Okay. That's all about the speaking comments that I had over here. And now I think we can start with our class. Oh my God. Don't look at the answers. All right. So, oh my God. Wait a second. Sorry. Because I have some information over here. Maybe. Okay, got it, got it. I thought it was from work. So, here we are. Julian, how are you doing today?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine. I'm really good.
That's great. That's great. Do you have the chance to check your comments about the video?
About the text video, um, yes, I think that just the things that you said is true because when I did the video, I feel a little bit stress about I wanted to do the video really good and I feel a little bit stressed about that. But it's true that we have to breathe and relax and try to understand what I say it. And yes, I think that is a good feedback.
Yep. Yep. And you just said, because when we speak or talk to people who speak English and really they have a really good level, in general, we have something here that says they are not gonna understand what I'm gonna say. I have to speak really fast. I have to run. And exactly what you're doing, thinking and taking some time to plan what you're gonna say is better than coming and say, hello, hello, nice to meet you. Let's go over there. You see, it is like we try to control. It is important that we control what we want to say. Otherwise, the words are gonna control us, and also the feelings, the emotions that we have inside. That's what I told you, that if you have the chance maybe to go to a bar or a pub to speak to native speakers, just take it easy, relax. It's gonna flow. It's gonna flow. It's like dancing.
Yes, it's like that. And yes, something that where we are learning English and we don't know everything and we try to to do the best and it's good to improve every day with with little things like that.
Yeah, you're right. And as I told you before, the use of technology, you have to learn. I mean, all of
Yes,
you, not only you, because you are the one here, but I'm talking in general. You have to learn how to use technology, because one problem that I could tell is that people just go to the AI and they say like, give me the solution for this problem. And then they have like a very long speech about the topic, and oh my god, it's so complicated because it's pretty long. It's like, it's a lot. I have to read a lot. And what I told you, the time limit that checked in some of the videos was like over 20 minutes. And I was like, who speaks for 20 minutes? I mean, like, I do it because I am the teacher, but in general,
yes.
students don't take 20 minutes talking. If they do it like that, I'm gonna give them the class and it will be nice because I have to be quiet. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's like mm, I don't know, when you try to speak so long, you where we know we are learners, and we in Spanish we don't we something don't speak too long, and we want to say so many things in English that we don't say it in Spanish sometimes, and it's difficult because the people wants to improve, and feel that is the good good way to improve if you put more information that you can say, so only you read, and that that is.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly that. And that's good because it means that the more I hope that when other students watch this video tomorrow or whenever they have time, they are gonna understand my point as you did it. And I feel really happy right now because I said at the very beginning that most of the videos I already checked them. I felt really happy doing the activity. I remember that like before the break, I told my students, I I feel really happy sharing that like being so close to you to all my students because I could tell your real situations. I could see that some people recorded the video at work. Some others did it with family around, different conditions, you know, and I really like it because I feel closer to you. I feel that you are like my friends, and I really enjoy listening to you. But the thing is that this is just like the first activity that we have to show how 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 the level is like going up or going down or staying the same. So it's I mean what I'm trying to tell you is that there is nobody else who can judge yourself better than you. You can tell if you watch the video again, you're gonna say like, "Oh my God, he is right," or "Oh my God, I have to improve. I have to change this. Oh my God, I didn't understand myself." You know what I mean?
Yes, and is there where we can improve, and we can judge ourselves to better communication. And yes, maybe other person don't say the things that you say when you heard your voice in English, and is something that you can improve. And yes,
Yeah,
it's
you're
like.
right. And another thing to take into account is that I am Colombian. I speak Spanish as my mother language. But what about if we had a foreign teacher, not from the United States, not a native speaker, but from another country? Let's say, I don't know, Morocco, Portugal, Brazil. How is he gonna understand or she is gonna understand what we are trying to say if our culture is so different? You know what I mean? I understood most of the things all my students try to say. It's also because I understand our culture. But what about, or what if you had a teacher from another nationality in which the mother language is not Spanish?
Yes, is there where when you talk with other people that don't speak your mother language, is you can you where we have to speak, or speak all of of all of we can to communicate with the other person, because you can switch the language to try to the other people understand you. And it's important that you understand don't only foreign people like American, but other person and their uh, how can I say um
Oh my
like
God.
like the way that they talk is
Hmm.
different in different. It's the same language like English, but in different country, the English is sounds a little bit different. I think
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I think that English is a world language, but people for different to British or American English can speak with other accent,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
and you have to improve that and try to understand and try to communicate with other person, not only for American or British accent, but yes, you have to try to every day improve you fluently in English.
Yeah, you're right. And another important thing is that maybe some of my students they get tired when I say like we have to work on accent, we have to polish these things, we have to learn phonetics. Maybe some students disagree with my idea because they think that it's just talking and talking and talking. No, the thing is that education we are showing uh, how educated we are when we use the language. Because if we
Yes,
speak a broken, kind of a broken English, people would say, this person didn't have the chance to go to a university. This person didn't have the money or the time to take a class, to hire a tutor, you know what I mean? So it's not just speaking the language. It's not just like
yes,
let's blah 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 and people will notice that we speak the language. No, we have to show that we polish our abilities, that we can pronounce or make the sounds they make. It's more, it's a little deeper. It's not just like hello, my name is. No, it's that you have the chance to show them that than more than vocabulary or grammar or the things that we read in the books. It's also that we know because of our education that we change certain things. For example, the position of the lips, the sounds we make. English is so different from Spanish. And let me tell you something, in Spanish we lack of many sounds, many. Um, and I notice just in the pronunciation of some vowels that I say like we have to improve, we have to learn, we have to work on this. We need the thing is that it takes time. So people need really to commit to learn because if we just do the things as I said before, that we just do things quickly, is going to be a mess. It's going to be so complicated because we end up reading, we end up relying on technology for things that we know that we have to do. If we have the chance to hit play and the AI is going to read for us, maybe you say, like, wow, it's working. But it's easy to spot that we are using robots instead of humans. um the human component, what I why I'm here is exactly for this, for telling you that you can control technology in your favor, that you can use it. For example, what I just told you before, to improve about synonyms, exercises, plans, how to plan this, how to change it, I don't like it, make it again, outline it. Because AI, it's a very good resource. It's something that doesn't like it's infinite. You have the possibility according to the prompt to go and go and ask and ask and ask, and they won't say stop. enough. Well, if it is something that you pay, of course, they are going to give you a free trial. But in general, most of AIs, they are infinite. So, for example, in your case, I would like to know some topics to break the ice with an unknown foreign person in a bar. Then the AI is going to show you. Number one, ask them about their job. Number two, ask them about traveling. Number three, ask them about hobbies. So then you go and take each one. Give me more questions or something interesting to ask about hobbies. Okay, number one, what do you like doing in your free time? Number two, how often do you do it? Number three, who do you do it with? Number four, would you like to do it tomorrow with someone? Number five, do you do it alone or with some friends? So the AI has the ability to expand and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And maybe most of those things that they are giving us, or the AI is giving us, is something that we can do as humans, but it will take a long time, you see. And it's really hard to improve when we go alone. And that is one of the best things of AI, that it's helping us and it's going all the way with us.
Yes, that is really because with AI you can ask about anything and they respond you to the right answer. The thing is that when you are in a real situation, you don't have time to ask to AI or translator to communicate with other person in case of the English. And I
Uh-huh.
think that is a good idea to improve because when you talk with AI, you can speak with her about anything, and you can ask about any topic in English, and they explain you the way you can improve. If you don't understand, you can ask 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 them to uh, put the example more easier to understand the things that you don't understand. But in real situation, you don't have time for that, and is I I see that it's good to uh, know how to use the tics in our life life learners.
Mm. Yep. Yeah, you're right. And yeah, you're completely right about the thing that when we are in real life situations, we don't have access to AI, but we can use it. I mean, like sometimes people are talking to foreigners, they have their phones in their hands, and they say like, wait a minute, and they Google something, they look up for something.
Yes,
So I think you can use it like, hey, Monica, what is he trying to tell me? He's asking about this, she's asking about this. How can I answer? And it's okay. I mean, like when we are in a
yes,
very, yeah.
but I think that if you are in a different country, it's no polite that you try to speak with other person with a translator or well, if you can speak in English, you must be yes, speak with them in English and try to understand each other.
Yeah, you're right. But it depends, of course. It depends on
Ye-
the situation. Because if you're at a job interview, maybe it's really impolite to, hey, wait a second, I'm gonna check my phone. Yeah. But if you're with some friends having a drink, I mean, like, it's gonna be okay. It depends on the people, on the person. Okay, that's good, Julian. Let's do something. You know that we have another session after this one, right?
Yes, about the other activity we have.
Yeah. So right now in the chat, I shared the link for that meeting. Let's take a 10-minute break. And after
Okay.
this 10 minutes, we start with the web conference. It's gonna be really short. It's gonna be like 30 minutes. And that's all. Okay. So let's take a break, copy the link, and see you in 10 minutes. Okay.
Yes. See you. Thank you.
Okay, Julian. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.